Man, just a lot of work. A lot of work.
Listen, I just want to. I mean, I don't want to tell the people what you got going on. I will let you whenever you decide to drop that bomb on the culture. I'll let you do that. But I respect you for taking your time for what you're doing to come out with me, because what you're doing behind the scenes is way more important in this conversation that you want to have, sir. But I appreciate you, brother. Let me just throw it out there. You think I'm
yeah. I mean, it's just I'm just doing my best right now.
Here's my thing: you and B Dot are like, and Rob Markman are my hip hop go to guys. Right? You three brothers are who I bother the most. It's you, B Dot, and Rob Markman. I love picking y'all brains when it comes to hip hop. And one thing about you bleed this shit. You've been bleeding this shit forever. Your whole career, I've known you. All you done is battle rap and hip hop. You've been in wars. You survived some bullshit, right? I guess the first thing I want to ask you. What's up with Lupe looking for smoke? Nobody want no smoke with Lupe. Lupe, relax, my guy. Relax, man.
I think people set him off because, that Complex wrote something saying that he apologized to Kendrick, but he didn't really apologize to Kendrick, so to speak. He was apologizing in regard to talking about his career.
Right, okay.
Gotcha. It got blown out of proportion. So then,
welcome to hip hop, right?
And then, he gets, bro get dragged into it, and he's just like, hey man, if it ever come down to it, he ready to go. Like, I think we all saw that. You know what I mean?
Why did he say Ash Royce though? What's that about?
I didn't
say that. You want to go home? What we doing?
I didn't say that. Whoever tweeted that said that, and then I just tweeted with my own kind of statement in terms of how we approach things. You know what I'm saying? And Lupe has never been one to back away from anybody talking about his skill set, right? Like, the SLR, that's when he responds to people getting crazy. The first one was about Soulja Boy, right? Mm-hmm. He mentioned me in the first one. The second one was a response to Kendrick, and the third one was a response to Kendrick. He mentioned me in that one, and then obviously the fourth one was in response to Royce the 5'9". You know what I mean? So, that's how he responds when people get out of pocket. They get out their body. That's how he responds. You know what I mean? And so I don't think he's calling people to bring smoke to him. He's just letting people know what it could turn into. You know what I mean?
Well, who's calling who out in this climate? Let me ask you a question. Do you like what's going on?
I love it. I love it.
From an MC standpoint, are we really getting what we want from this? Come on, Mick.
No. Okay. Wait.
Okay.
So I want to say no.
Okay.
It's more entertaining than anything. The cold diss, I was more shocked that he said what he said about the albums.
Okay.
When Kendrick
was Cap? Was he Cap?
Oh yeah, that was definitely Cap. Definitely Cap. He knew it was Cap. He
knows that. Cole know that.
The Kendrick shots, I was like, oh, okay, he's taking it there. It was more like, oh, okay, he's taking it there. I loved the Drake response. I loved it.
Loved it?
I loved it.
Okay, it's not better than yours. We'll continue.
I mean, we're not gonna. I don't think
I'll do it for you. You gotta say it. I'll say it for you. But continue.
I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was good because he finally took the gloves off in his own way, right? Was it heavy-handed, like a back-to-back? On the surface, no.
Or Duppy.
This to me is harder than Duppy.
Nah, we're not doing that, man. Come on, son.
This to me is harder than Duppy.
This is better than Duppy.
Well, first of all, Duppy, he was really addressing Kanye mostly.
Yeah, but whoever he's addressing, it was still better lyrics. The beat was better. I thought it was a better groove, better feel. You know what I mean?
It was hip hop. It was hip hop. It was more hip hop. It was more boom bap. This is like these records that have been being released is more on the trap side, more on the sound of the times that we're in.
Okay.
So like once you understand that, you kind of get a feel of what to expect. So like I'm like, okay, I'm not expecting a 38 special type beat or 5 p.m. in Calabasas. I'm expecting, the style of music that's popular now, because he's trying to make everybody listen to it, even though everybody will listen to it regardless because it is a diss record.
Right, it was a diss record.
He was probably trying to turn it into a banger, if that makes sense. But lyrically, when you start breaking down everything, it kind of gets spooky.
The spooky word?
Kind of gets spooky when you start breaking it
down. You gotta
down.
elaborate, son. You gotta give me more than that. Come on, man.
So I haven't gotten a chance to break it down because I've been doing mad other stuff, right?
But you do this for a living. You break bars down for a living. Look at you. Go ahead, sir.
But you know, when I heard it the first time, you know, I'm analyzing it. You know, I think people who aren't really into the industry are, you know, they're saying it's light. Now you got to remember,
okay,
we as MCs and fans of not only hip hop but the battle community, we're gonna hear bars completely different from other people,
right?
But it's you can't. I don't want people to base that on that, right? Even when you listen to Real Six diss, he's not heavy-handed punching on that record. He's rhyming, right? So the bars that Drake put down, right? The splits and your pants might rip. He's talking about publishing splits.
Right, drop it 50, right? Drop 50. You got it.
You know what I'm saying? Like for me, when I heard that, I was like, oh, he's talking about splits. Like it's kind of the same feeling when the finance people heard Jay on Grammy Family. Okay. Nobody was talking about in rap. Nobody was talking about going down to Wall Street and the stocks, and nobody was talking about that. So when hearing a rapper talk about splits on an actual record is unheard of. So when I heard it, for me, I was like, oh, okay, wait a second. What are we doing here? Does he know something we don't know? And then he started to break it down. So for me, I personally enjoyed that. Go ahead.
Wait, Pusha did a similar thing, you know, with Drake when he said you own money, you own.
Yeah. You signed to one nigga who signed to another.
Another nigga, exactly, Mick. Exactly.
Yeah, but that's different from saying splits.
Yes. Okay.
Because the splits is not being signed to somebody.
Right.
The publishing.
Mm-hmm.
So if okay, let me break it down to you like this. If Kendrick does a song with, I'm gonna just throw some names out there: SZA, Taylor Swift, and Julio Iglesias, right? And all the time, these are the only songs he does. Mm-hmm. He has to, when you're in the studio, you have to write out the splits on what you wrote, and then you divide it by percentages. Mm-hmm. That's how people get their publishing. So that's what Drake was talking about, right? Mm-hmm. The splits. Every time you do a record and it's a hit record or whatever, there are splits that you have to do. And then on top of that, you're splitting it with Top Dog, who's getting the publishing.
Right.
That's separate from what Pusha said with Drake being signed to Lil Wayne, who signed to Baby. Baby. Right. And then he's also signed to, he's not signed to Swab House, Jay Prince, but there's a deal there as well, right? So that's not publishing, that's royalties. That's a completely different conversation, right? Mm-hmm. So in essence, that was the difference for me, right? And I'm not here to campaign for quote unquote Drake. I'm just breaking down the business aspect of it when you hear it from that perspective. You know what I mean?
Okay. Put your contract because we get to see the split, and I was doing splits, bitch. I like it. Was cool. I mean, I love the way you break it down. But do I think at the time listening to it was I going crazy about that?
No, you're not. But you're not supposed to, because
as an MC, I guess as a guy that's in the industry, you're gonna feel that more than I do, I guess, and everything. And I guess also here's another line. Niggas went over the Interscope line, and I get it because he signed an Interscope. No. But you niggas like yourself and battle rappers say Interscope all the time of hearing shit like that for years.
No, so I didn't like the Interscope bar. I mean, Serious Jones said it in his label scheme to Charlie Clips.
Wow, you're good. You know
what I'm saying? And then he followed it up with an Aftermath bar, right? So it was like, okay, cool. I saw people, kind of breaking down the quote unquote triple entendre with Mike Prince and Son. So he had that stuff in there. There was some other stuff in there, like the Whitney bar. Whitney Houston played in Bodyguard. His
wife's name is
Whitney. That's kind of
Drake learned to leave people's wifeys alone. No, son.
He got to chill on that. He got to chill on that. I don't know what's up with the man. That's my man. I love Drake, but he got to chill on that. That's like a ticking time bomb waiting to explode. I don't know why he did that.
You want to hear the rumors on the street? The rumors on the street?
What's the rumors on the street?
Niggas been saying you've been writing for people on the lows, huh?
Hey, yo, I mean,
I want to keep it tall with you. I'm gonna send you a message after this that somebody sent me.
Yo, man, I don't know what anybody talking about me. Don't even.
You, Sauce Walker. I'll give you the name. I'm not gonna say the person that told me that, but you, Sauce Walker, some other people that's been.
Yo, I'm too busy to be writing for people, man. That's all I can say. I had nothing to do with none of these diss records. I want to let that be known right now. I didn't write no diss.
You can't say nothing. You signed an NDA if you did that, sir. Regardless if you did,
I didn't sign
an NDA. You can't say shit. You can't say shit if you did.
Listen,
you did not, sir. So we're not gonna play those games.
The only time y'all question if I wrote something, you'll know, because it's gonna be hard for somebody to respond back if I write something. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you were there. Hard to respond right quick. So when you got at Royce, how come you didn't give us, quote unquote, what this culture wants, warm-up joints? All of a sudden, niggas is bigging up warm-up joints.
That was the warm-up. Yo, your face. Yo, that was the warm-up. That was the warm-up, bro. No exaggeration. On my son's life, that was the warm-up. That was the warm-up. There was no personals in there. There was no aggression in there. There was no hard-hitting, grimy, nasty beat. That was the warm-up. That was the warm-up. That was not the...
That didn't give me charged up vibes, sir.
That was the warm-up. That was the bait. That was the bait. Because I was playing chess. Mm-hmm. And again, shout out to Royce. You know, there's
that's my guy right there. That's my dude. Absolutely.
Did we far removed from that situation?
Right.
So, like, I wanted to talk to him lyrically. Like this is how I perceive your style. If I'm attacking you lyrically, all lyricism, no personals. I had personals and I removed them. I put all the personals in a separate page. I had so many. You notice I didn't talk about drinking.
No, you didn't go in that bag. You didn't go in that bag.
I didn't go into the drinking bag.
No, you didn't.
I didn't go into none of the issues he had in Detroit. I didn't go into none of that. No, you didn't. It was all lyricism. My mind was, if he responds, he's probably going to respond like Malcolm X. And Malcolm X was a scathing, disrespectful diss.
Yes.
And he comes back with that. Now I can pull from this personal bag and get crazy as well. But if he was to come back lyrically, then I would just respond back. You know, that was punchlines is just and metaphors and all of that. That's light. Like I could do that blindfolded. You know what I'm saying? So, but that was the bait, just so everybody could get
that was the bait. Okay. For you, when you heard Cole throwing the towel, your thoughts, sir, as an MC yourself, you thought what?
Oh, Cole?
Yeah.
I saw it live because I was watching Dreamville and I
you saw it live, Nick. I wish I could have pan to wherever you was at just to see the facial reaction.
I was on my couch. I'm watching it because it's a Saturday night, so I'm just I'm just chilling. I couldn't believe. I thought he was going to perform 7-minute drill. I thought that was going to happen. So I'm watching. I'm waiting. He's sitting down. I was like, don't tell me he about to fold. And then I couldn't believe my eyes and ears. I couldn't believe it. I still can't believe that he bowed out. You know, as a man, I respect it, but like you guys are not. You're not gonna get violent. Like it's not gonna go there. I can understand people thinking people's crews are gonna go there.
Little Boosie was kind of like upset a little bit about that. The coach is egging it on. He felt.
Nah, but J. Cole's crew doesn't. I'm not saying that they're not shooters, but like, you know, all of those guys, they don't move like that because Cole doesn't make that kind of music. Mm-hmm. Kendrick is running around solo. Cole running around solo. Like they have security to protect them at large events, but they're not creating musical energy that should be received back in that manner. So their crews already understand what it is. And I know even he said it on stage. I know my team is probably like, yo, what am I doing? I know they was mad at him. I know.
Would you have been tight? Would you have been tight?
Yes, because all he had to do, listen, if you're gonna do that, do it. If you're gonna apologize, do it with the person on stage. Bring Kendrick out and be like, yo, man, you sent your shot, I sent my shot, yo, we fam. And Kendrick be like, yeah, you fam, but I'm going to get Drake. And then that's hip hop. That to me is still hip hop. You know what I'm saying? But to just throw in a towel like that is insane from a hip hop perspective.
Is Drake being jumped?
No.
Wow.
I don't think Drake is being jumped.
Everyone else seems to think he's being jumped. Like everyone's after him. They jealous. There's envy. So you're not buying that.
Who shot at Drake first was Kendrick shot at Drake. Well, they've been going back. It's been brewing. But Kendrick shot at Drake, and then Drake responds to Kendrick. Drake shoots at Future because of some woman. It's over a woman, right? And I'm guessing because he teamed up with Kendrick. He shoots at Metro because he teamed up with Future and Kendrick, okay? He shot at Kendrick because Kendrick shot at him. He shot at Ross because Ross unfollowed him. That's kind of wild. And that's wild, right? We didn't know why, but now we kind of know why. He kind of threw Ja Morant under the bus, right? But none of these people shot at him first. Only Kendrick. And then there was somebody else that he shot. He kind of threw Cole under the bus too. And then he threw some shots at Top Dog. He threw some shots at
he did Top Dog. He did.
So but that's it. He didn't shoot at Absol. He didn't shoot at
J-Rock.
He didn't shoot at none of those guys, right? So he shot at The Weeknd, right?
Shot at The Weeknd, yes.
Shot at The Weeknd. So I don't think they didn't shoot first. I think he just kind of was like letting it be known like this is what it is. And if people follow the timeline, they can see that from that perspective.
But Mick, did you also grasp the fact that Drake kind of put it out there that Cole was running the Top Dog trying to wave the white flag, though?
Yeah, I mean,
listen, I don't care what Cole think. That Dasha was weak as fuck. Champagne tripping. He is not fucking easing up. Niggas call up Top to squat to see if Top want to piece it up. So where was Cole? What does Drake do? He's letting out the bag that Cole. Cole.
I mean, I listen. I like it. I like it. I'm not.
What about Ross? What do you like what Ross is doing through all this?
I mean, I liked the outro more than I like the raps.
I said the same thing when you talk about French Montana. I said, "Go ahead, sir. I apologize." Go ahead. I said the same thing.
Let me tell you something. 3. If he takes that outro and rhymes it, oh my god! If he would have just rapped his outro
with the French and all that information, right?
God, yeah, with the French information, the BPL, the nose, he would have rapped all of that.
Oh. Let me ask you: do you think he's gonna go in that bag? Because he wants Drake to respond.
Yeah, because Ross is quick, so I don't think Drake is gonna respond to Ross.
Stay with me, Mickey. I'm glad you went there too quick. I felt that the culture be wanting people to 24 hours, 48-hour rule to drop a diss track, but sometimes I feel like sometimes you got to take your time.
Yeah, I mean it. The pressure be hitting though. Again, going back to me and Royce, that happened on a Thursday night or a Friday night.
Friday night.
It was like a Friday night, so the pressure was on. As soon as I got off that phone with y'all, my phone was on fire, like it was going ballistic, and I knew the pressure was too much, and I tried to ignore the pressure while I was writing, and I posted a feature that I did, and nobody cared about they just under all of the comments checking boxes. Are you checking boxes? Are you checking boxes? Are you checking boxes? Everything. I wouldn't have ever lived it down. So there was pressure on me. So I think the record came out. I had a hoarse voice on that Saturday. So I couldn't. I recorded it, I think Monday, and we put it out Tuesday, but that pressure was heavy. It was heavy. And I was trying to get it out in 72 hours. Like, I was trying.
So you understand what Cole said? His homeboys are telling him, "What you gonna do?" What Cole said, "What you gonna do?"
I know what that's like. I know what that's like. And he felt it at a higher level because they're at the top of the game. Right. So the entire internet and hip hop world was waiting. And he waited 2 weeks. He had 2 weeks of grace. I hit Royce back in 3 days. Lupe responded to Royce in like a day. We didn't have different claws. But what's happening with all of that? That's what we wanted. I wanted to see King Los jump in, Ransom.
Absolutely,
absolutely. Just from a lyrical perspective, I think it would have been an insane time because it would have been like the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
And then you could really see from that space who's really great at what they do.
Where are we at right now with this AI thing? Niggas dropping diss tracks. I don't know what's real no more. I gotta wait for somebody to give me confirmation if this is a real diss track. Where are we at right now, bro? Like, what's going on?
AI is an interesting thing. So there's a lot of components to AI.
Okay.
So far I'm 3 for 3. When Drake joint leaked, I said this is real. Everybody said it was AI. I said this is real. The fake Drake joint dropped this morning. Yo, this is fake. Fake Kendrick joint dropped this morning. Fake.
I got gas with Kendrick. I got gas. I got gas. I'm gonna give it all. I got gas, man.
So there are people that are fans of hip hop, and there are people that are studiers of hip hop. I consider you somebody who's a fan, but you also study it, right? But then there's another level where you break the science down, and then you break the stylistic style down. So when you work with AI, there's 2 ways that you can do it. If me and you are together and we're in let's say we're in a tech space, and you're like, yo, Mick, I want to do some AI raps. There's 2 ways you can do it. There's one where we can synthesize your voice. The same way, when you do the facial recognition, you got to do this. We can synthesize how you speak so we can get your vocal cords aligned. So we'll do it, your patois, we can do your regular voice, and you'll speak for a long time. And then you can sit down and write your raps, and then boom, start the flow. AI will robotically have you sound like you, right? So that's one way to do it. Then there's the other way to do it, where if you are a rapper and you write a rhyme and then you spit it and record it and then synthesize it through a popular artist's verse, AI's vocal. So we are experiencing both of them. The reason why I can pinpoint if somebody is real or not is because these particular artists don't follow the traditional thought process of creating music. Somebody like Kendrick is doing all kind of inflections and doubles and screams and this and that and that and that. He's not gonna just get on the record and just be like da 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 and just rap. He's gonna do all kind of different things. He's gonna yell. He's gonna accent certain words. He's when he says perfect. Like you say, we from New York, so we be like, yo, that shit perfect. He's gonna say perfect. You're gonna hear the right, and some
the enunciation. You're talking about right? Okay, I got it.
And some artists have different flows and different pockets. Right. So when I hear the Drake record and I heard him go to start off the song, I said, that's Drake. That can't be no AI.
Yeah, because you said something on Twitter. You said you spoke about knowing rappers' breathing patterns.
Yes. So sometimes, rappers. So somebody like Pun. Let's start with Pun.
Oh, well. Okay.
When we listen
right? Breath control, right? Great person.
Breath control. When we listen to Pun, right? He always went, right? So, and you can, if you're listening to somebody, you can hear it, right? Hey, yo, I shatter dreams like Jordan, assault and batter your team, your squadron will be bar from rap like Adam and Eve from the garden, carving mind issues in you can hear the breathing. Other rappers who have great breath control, like a Twista, His breathing is a little quicker, right? He
Mm.
knows when to stop and he knows when to start. So he'll breathe. It's a quicker breath. So when you listen to somebody like Drake, he masks and hides his breathing with or spatial rhyming. That's what we like to call it. So he'll give the beat a chance to breathe and then he'll go in. A lot of these AI rappers don't know that. So they're just rhyming straight through. So when the one that dropped today, K-pop, K-pop, all of that crazy stuff. One, when Drake rhymes, he rhymes multis all the way through. There were not multis that were rhyming all the way through. That was the first giveaway. Two, it's sort of like auto-tune. If somebody's doing auto-tune and they don't know how to do it, you can hear you can hear the AI trying to match the vocals of the person that they synthesized the voice with, and you can hear it. So I'm listening to see what's going on. I'm listening to breath control. I'm listening to the actual structure of the rhymes, and none of that shit matching up. Nah, this shit is fake. Shit is fake. So I'm 3 for 3 right now with it.
Wow. Man. You tweeted also nuances determine AI from human records, human recordings.
Oh, yeah. Say what I said again.
I think you tweeted some about nuances determine AI from human recording.
Yes. Like nuances, right? Like Drake saying, right? That's a nuance. Am I breaking up? What happened?
No, I can't. You're good. I don't know what happened. You good?
Yeah, I'm not touching anything. I'm not.
No, you good.
Okay. So when Drake be like, or like the boy, whatever, when he breaks that up, you can kind of tell that's a nuance of his. Kendrick and his inflections in his voice, those are nuances. You know what I'm saying? J. Cole's raspiness in his voice, that's a nuance. Jadakiss and his laugh and his nuances and some of the ad-libs, you have to be able to pinpoint a particular artist's style. It's like getting a painting and seeing the signature. You have to make sure that then it's not forged. And if you're really studying from a scientific standpoint what an MC does, you can pinpoint if it's AI or not.
I just learned something, and I've been listening to hip hop for years. This nigga just schooled me on a lot of stuff right there, man. Wow.
I mean, that was how I was able to rap like RJ Payne and rap like Ransom and Royce. I studied their nuances. So when it dropped, people was like, is it featuring RJ Payne? And I was like, no, it's just like check. Like I had to literally do it that way in order for it to be sold.
So what do you think about Kendrick? Do you think he's gonna drop a nuclear bomb like everyone's predicting, or what do you foresee happening here, sir?
I think that Kendrick is loading up something crazy. I think Kendrick is loading up something crazy, bro. I think he's gonna.
I know you have inside information. You probably can't leak. Joe Budden, y'all niggas be happy. You know what I'm saying?
I think he's dropping this week, bro. I think he's dropping on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I kind of hate that iTunes has kind of made it to where people have to drop on Fridays. But you know, I think Kendrick is dropping on Friday, bro. I think it's happening. I think it's happening this week.
He has to drop a hard joint. They can't be no warm-up joint though, right?
Oh, Kendrick, this is my prediction. My prediction is Kendrick is not going to do trap. He's going to do boom bap. I think he's going to hit. It's going to be a hard hip hop beat, and he's going to be.
He can't half step, right? Man, he can't half step, right?
He can't half step. He's going to be relentless. And it's going to be bad. I think it's going to be bad. And I think Drake is prepared. I think that Jay Prince is not going to step in. I think Jay Prince is going to
fall back.
I think Jay Prince is going to fall back because there was a commonality between good music and Jay Prince. I don't see that commonality with Kendrick and Jay Prince. I think he's going to let him rock.
Wow, mate.
He's going to let him rock, bro. So, I think Drake is going to hit him back hard too, though. Like this is going to go well into the summertime. This is going to be beautiful. I'm telling you, it's going to be well into the summertime. And also I'm not really a fan of people just jumping into it. That has nothing to do with it. Like I've been seeing a lot of people do that. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It's just I get it. I get it. But I think this is two. I think these are the two MCs that this is what this is. It's not a control verse.
Right.
Sick, that's my man. But Sick doing that is it's like, okay, Then I thought he paid him. I thought he paid Sick.
Yeah.
Sick, I love you. You my man. I'm just asking. Simba, like I didn't like the Simba joint.
It seemed like everyone's on the fence with Simba. Either you like it or you don't like it. I think. You didn't like it at all?
I didn't like the Kaj joint. I didn't like it.
Oh, yeah, the Kaj.
3D.T went off.
Okay.
But again, it was like, I don't know. Did they say something to her? Like, I don't know. Like,
how you feel about the control verse when everyone jumped the control? Is that how you felt?
I dropped the control verse.
That's the fact.
But he dissed New York, saying he was the king of New York.
Right, yeah. Niggas ain't like that shit. Niggas ain't like that.
We didn't like that. That's different. That's different. So
I guess we played a waiting game. You said, and last question, where did DJ Academics turn into K Slade and Funkmaster Flex? Get these excuses.
I think what happened was Academics was playing the leak version, and because he's so popular, Drake jumped into the chat and was like, yo, play this.
Slide it over right quick. Yeah.
And then he slid him the real joint, and then that's what happened. And then while that's playing, Ross is like, yo, I'm gonna send you this. So it kind of happened all on the same day. I don't think Kendrick is sending it to Academics.
I don't think so either.
I think that's never gonna happen again. I think that was just the moment that Academics caught. He caught a wave.
So if K-Dot doesn't drop a dope joint, how disappointed would you be?
I would be very shocked. I would be so shocked. I think hip hop would implode.
Yeah, man. So he has pressure then, basically, you're saying.
Yes, people are saying he's gonna destroy Drake. People are saying that. The hip-hop community, the full-fledged hip-hop community. He's hard, he's real, he's tough, he's lyrically better, he's dog. And if he has a lot to live up to.
He's got to do something with that BT Cypher verse he did on steroids, right?
Yeah, it got to be like that.
You got to be on steroids, though, I would think, right?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think that he's gonna have to go crazy. He's gonna have to go crazy. The same way, like you're gonna be judged by your last diss track works. That's always how it's gonna be.
Always.
That's why Budden is so great at what he was doing, because he had the Ransom, then he went to Saigon, then he went to Prodigy.
He went all over the place.
But it kept getting better. It was like, this is so like you're gonna have to top that. Like if somebody comes at me, I gotta be better than Wraith.
That's facts.
It has to be better.
Once you set the bar, you kind of
gotta meet it or you gotta surpass it.
You gotta exceed it or.
That's why I'm so friendly with everybody now. I'm like, I don't want no problems. I'm sorry. I don't want no, because that takes a lot out of you, man, to do that, man. It's a lot of work. It's not like a battle. A battle, you get like 2 weeks, 3 weeks to prepare. If it ain't 10, if it ain't you on 10, it's okay, But this is music. This is
this is completely different, fam. Completely different, son. Like, it could be different, though. All right, brother, I guess we're playing a waiting game, man. If you're right on Friday, hopefully tonight, I would love if you drop some tonight, though. All this leaking of stuff and fake leaking and all this other crap.
It's probably going to drop. It's probably going to drop on Friday.
Friday.
I gave you my word. I gave you my word. If it dropped Friday, I'm there, man. I'm pulling up.
We'll talk. Absolutely, man.
I'll pull up.
Mick, I appreciate you taking your time, brother. Anything pops on Friday, we talking, though, brother.
All right, I'll be here, Brody.
My guy, man. Shout out to Mickey Factz, y'all.